With the historically best day of the season now behind us, we feel the pressure of a ticking clock. This party won't last forever. As much as we would like to, we can't slow the clock. The days fly by as if on wings. November 8th gives us what we're looking for, a cold, frosty morning. Jared Mills starts the day deep in a bedding area on his new farm.
It's the morning of November 8th, and I'm going to keep this short and sweet because it's very calm and quiet in here. And this is one of those mornings you dream about as a bow hunter. Nice and cold, probably upper 20s, heavy frost on the ground. It's just an awesome morning, beautiful morning to be in a tree. I'm kind of late getting set up because I had 2 small bucks within bow range right after I got up in the stand. So I just kind of had to sit still, but like I said, you can see quite a bit for as thick as it is. It's really thick at ground level. But being up in the tree, I can see pretty well, so gotta stay on high alert here. They can come from any direction. I'm just anxious to see what the morning brings. I mean, you can't ask for any better conditions.
Jared's hunt ends without a mature buck sighting. That same morning, 100 miles to the west, I am again focused on my number one quest, seeing the lone oak buck. This morning I set up on a narrow food plot on the west fringe of the buck's range, a spot where I've had some great hunts in the past. We've got these little micro plots that we hunt all the time, and that's what I'm sitting on right now. This is the same spot where I killed Skinny last year. And I think that was November 10th. And he was chasing a hot doe into this food plot, this little micro plot. First time I saw that deer on the hoof all season, so maybe we can get some type of a replay with this lone oak buck. Haven't seen him yet on the hoof. We've had enough trail cam pictures of him in daylight to keep me optimistic. He's a big, beautiful 8-pointer, chocolate brown rack. He looked really good coming across this food plot this morning. Shouldn't even call it a food plot. There's no food in it. The drought kind of hammered us hard here, and then when I replanted it, the deer were looking for anything they could get back in here, and they ate that big and beastie just as soon as it popped out of the ground. So I'm not sure there's anything in here other than those locust pods. But we don't need food here really because we're really right on the edge of some pretty thick bedding areas. And this is the type of spot where a buck would come rooting through to find a doe, or where a buck might have already found one and run her out into the open. That's the hope for this morning. You know, we'd love to lay eyes on this big 8-pointer just to keep the motivation and the enthusiasm level high. She kind of got onto us, so I figured, we got to kill a certain number of does anyway, and that she'd been out long enough that there's no way that there was a buck following her. We've been talking ever since she went down about getting the back straps off this doe and getting them on the grill. So it'll either be today or tomorrow that this doe is going right straight to the grill. I take my quiver off when I'm whitetail hunting. By removing the quiver, I make the bow lighter and easier to handle in the stand. But I also reduce the side profile, so if the wind is blowing, it doesn't have as much surface area to push against. Fuse quivers are all quickly detachable, and they have convenient loops on which to hang them in the tree stand. Cabela's offers a wide range of footwear that accommodate all types of hunting, from early season spot and stalk to late season stand hunting. What you wear on your feet has almost as much to do with your success as what you carry in your hands. With an industry-leading lifetime warranty, our choice in footwear is simple: Cabela's.
Nikon offers a wide range of optics for the hunting community. From laser rangefinders to scopes and binoculars, the technology they put into their products has always been cutting edge. We depend on Nikon for non-stop performance regardless of weather or light conditions. I've learned over the years that you never regret buying high-quality products. Sure, you can build a blind for a reasonable cost, and that might get you by for a while, but for a truly long-term solution, nothing beats a well-made fiberglass blind like the Redneck Buck Palace. 350 miles to the southeast, in southern Illinois, Andy Melton and David Williams are still hunting hard. The morning of November 8th finds them covered up in bucks.
It's November the 8th, and the morning is starting off like we thought it should have been all week. Real early we had a doe and another good 8-point across this bottom back here behind us. And then Andy saw this one cruising. And I mean, that's all these bucks are doing, and that's what they should be doing. That's a good start. That's what you want to see. This is not the time of year to play fight. There's old big boy come out over there. I hear him tinking. They're looking over there. That's a mid-130s buck. We ain't got him on camera either.
With all the action the two hunters have been seeing, it feels like only a matter of time before they are wrapping their tag on a great buck. That evening on my farm, I set up on a grass field on the north fringe of what I believe to be the Lone Oak Bucks Range.
Definitely a spot we're going to come back to at some point. Tomorrow morning we're going to have a lot colder temperatures and a north wind. So I believe we're going to be back up on that ridge, that doe bedding area where we've been. It's always a good spot, and right in the middle of that big chocolate horned 8-pointers, right in the middle of his range. We're going to catch up with that buck at some point. We keep talking about him. One of these days we're going to see him, and that'll be a lot of fun.
Versatility is one of the most important features of a good food plot seeder. It must be able to plant a wide range of seed sizes at a wide range of rates and place them in the ground at the correct depth for each application. The RTP Genesis is ideal in each of these regards. Versatility is one of the things we like most about this seeder. Staying comfortable and hydrated through long, sweaty days requires a class-leading cooler, one that can take the abuse of life in a pickup bed and still hold ice for days. That is why American-made Grizzly coolers go with us on every scouting trip. After you have done all you can to reduce the odors on your clothing and on your body, the next logical step is to do all you can to reduce the odors in the air. That is where the ozonics units come in. The ozone emitted drops down over your scent stream and destroys a large amount of the odor molecules that remain. Sleepless nights spent waiting for daylight only to follow a weak blood trail are a thing of the past with the devastating performance of the new Wasp Jackhammer Broadhead. With its 1 3/4 inch cutting diameter, this head is the perfect combination of destruction and penetration. Contrary to the previous day's forecast, when I get up on the morning of November 9th, the report calls for southwest winds. With that in mind, I head back to the narrow plot on the west fringe of the big 8-pointers range.
The wind kind of messed us up this morning. We had plans of going to a different stand because the forecast last night was for north winds today. This morning, pulling up the weather forecast, they showed southwest switching to west. And that wasn't going to work at all for the spot that we wanted to go to. So we came back to the same stand that we were in yesterday morning. Well, once we get up to stand height up in the tree, we have north wind. So we're kind of in that position. We can always go back to the truck and get what we need and then go back and get in that tree, because as we saw yesterday, the real movement didn't come until later in the morning anyway. So it's not like we're missing a whole lot if we lose an extra hour of hunting time this morning. Most important thing is to be in a good stand with the right wind.
While I am up in the tree attaching the camera base, the lone oak buck makes his first appearance of the season, walking past at 25 yards. After spotting Drake on the ground, the buck bolts out to 50 yards and then disappears over the hill, taking my hopes with him. There's no reason to stay in this spot any longer. Playing a long shot, we relocate quickly to a stand in the direction the buck ran, hoping to cut him off if he continues heading west.
This morning has just definitely not been our morning. By the time we went to the truck, came back, parked, walked in there, I was putting the base up in the tree, and Drake saw the lone oak buck walking straight to our tree stand. So the deer got within 25 yards of the tree and then saw Drake and ran out and stopped. And then he was able to film it. So we figured he wasn't going to come back past that spot again anytime soon. It's just the little stuff. Gosh, if you think about all the things that fell wrong for us this morning, I've had hunts like, where little things fell right, and I got really lucky and killed a deer. So I guess it kind of evens out, but it's a whole lot more fun when it falls your way rather than falls wrong. He's on his feet in daylight. It's probably 8:15, 8:20 in the morning. So that gives us some hope.
"150 miles to the southwest, in northern Missouri, bowhunter Bill Yost makes good on a lifelong quest.
Well, we got in here just about daylight. Got a little late start. And there was deer already in the bean field out here. We're on the south part of the farm that we call the Peachy 40. We had a lot of does working in here all morning. I would say there was 2 groups of 5. Something kept chasing them around. Probably a little buck. Oh man, the second one's even bigger. The one below is even bigger, but I'd take the first opportunity you get. Here he comes. draw. 20. 20. Fat. He just went down. Just a little bit ago, there was 2 bigger bucks come in here checking things out, and one of them walked up here and gave me a shot. Not sure exactly where shot placement was, but he was right underneath of me here. There's still a doe right down there. That buck's got to be there somewhere. He's gonna walk right at us. Holy crap. Oh my goodness, look at him. Well, it's about 9 o'clock. It's been about an hour since I shot that buck. We've had the other buck bedded here about 40 yards north of us. Had us pinned down, couldn't do much. So we're going to go ahead and get down now and go check out the deer I shot. Maybe November 9th's going to have to be our new day.
No kidding. After that, my goodness.
It's too bad you eat your tag.
Oh, tell me about it.
Part of it. Well, it got penetration all the way. See him there? Yeah, he's a big one. I've been hunting since, oh gosh, early 60s. Probably 50 plus years. Started out with a fiberglass bow and then worked up to a recurve and then finally to a compound, and I've been shooting a Hoyt since 1992. We started filming our deer hunts in 2009. Always one of our goals has been to try to get a buck on camera with bow hunting. It's been kind of a struggle the last few years. I had some misses. We've had some close encounters. And just haven't been able to make it happen. Matter of fact, I had a pretty close encounter this year on Halloween. At least I got a little better shot at this one. Like I said before, November 10th has always been our best day, but looks like November 9th is going to be our best day now.
It's gotta feel good after all these years to wrap your hands around a nice mature buck.
Yep. Hopefully I'm not done.
70 years old. Still climbing trees. That's pretty impressive. Awesome, Dad. Long time coming.
As a lifelong archer and bow hunter, Bill Yost has been placing his utmost confidence in Hoyt bows since 1992. Relying on such time-proven equipment, he was able to wrap his tag around a mature buck and share the moment with his son at his side. With close, consistent deer movement all morning, Bill Yost's Realtree camo allowed him to stay concealed in this open stand location. Because of its advanced patterns and use of colors, shadows, and real-life appearance, hunters can easily take advantage of stand sites that may first appear less than ideal due to inadequate cover. Small diameter arrows like Easton's FMJ series make sense for many reasons. They penetrate very well and drift less in a crosswind. The FMJ is also the perfect weight for whitetail hunting. Frigid Forge Plowdown Clover is one of the most revolutionary products they sell. You ideally frost seed this blend of fast-growing clovers during the winter and then mow it down and till it under when preparing to plant big and beastie the next summer. The clover provides much-needed forage for the deer during the summer and much-needed nitrogen for the big and beastie once you plow it down.
Even November 9th's gonna have to be our new day.
No kidding. After that, my goodness.
We got a big surprise.
Hopefully I'm not done.
70 years old. Still climbing trees. That's pretty impressive.
It is hard to express more accurately than Bill Yost what hunting means to us. It brings families together and connects us to the very core of who we are. Possibly the best days are behind us now. I have the nagging sense that luck just kicked me to the curb. My one chance for the lone oak buck has come and gone. It is hard to get a single opportunity for the buck you are hunting. Expecting a second, well, that may be just too much to ask. As I lick my wounds, the rest of our crew remain fired up. Jared is getting the new farm wired, and the buyers are hitting their stride in the hunt for the giant non-typical. Bow hunting is an emotional roller coaster ride. We learn to take the good with the bad. I will pull through. There's always hope as long as we are chasing November.